true happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that is so, wants nothing. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. All cruelty springs from weakness. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Throw me to the wolves and I will return leading the pack. As is a tale, so is life, not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. Every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what weakness did I overcome today? What virtue did I acquire? Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. We are always complaining that our days are few, and acting as though there would be no end of them. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that things are difficult. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Man is affected not by events but by the view he takes of them. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. You want to live, but do you know how to live? You are scared of dying, and tell me, is the kind of life you lead really any different from being dead? Time heals what reason cannot. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he is not. Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms, you'll be able to use them better when you're older. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. The bravest sight in the world is to see a great man struggling against adversity. It is not that we have so little time but that we lose so much. The life we receive is not short but we make it so. We are not ill provided but use what we have wastefully. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place but to be a different person. He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary. Wealth is the slave of the wise, the master of the fool. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them but because we had them. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Life is never incomplete if it is an honorable one. At whatever point you leave life, if you leave it in the right way, it is whole. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. We become wiser by adversity. Prosperity destroys our appreciation of the right. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. The good things of prosperity are to be wished, but the good things that belong to adversity are to be admired. Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings. Consult your friend on all things, especially on those which respect yourself. His counsel may then be useful where your own self-love might impair your judgment. One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood. How does it help? To make troubles heavier by bemoaning them? It does not matter what you bear, but how you bear it. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. We learn not in the school, but in life. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. It is not that we have so little time but that we lose so much. The life we receive is not short but we make it so. There is no genius without a touch of madness. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. He is most powerful who has power over himself. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. For many men, the acquisition of wealth does not end their troubles, it only changes them. We should not, like sheep, follow the herd of creatures in front of us, making our way where others go, not where we ought to go. I shall never be ashamed of citing a bad author if the line is good. Man is affected not by events but by the view he takes of them. Let us say what we feel, and feel what we say. Let speech harmonize with life. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. Health is the soul that animates all the enjoyments of life, which fade and are tasteless without it. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. Life is like a play, it's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. There is nothing more despicable than an old man who has no other proof than his age to offer of his having lived long in the world. Remember that pain has this most excellent quality: if prolonged it cannot be severe, and if severe it cannot be prolonged. No evil propensity of the human heart is so powerful that it may be subdued by discipline. Things that were hard to bear are sweet to remember. I am not born for one corner, the whole world is my native land. If thou art a man, admire those who attempt great things, even though they fail. We should always allow some time to elapse, for time discloses the truth. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Regard a friend as loyal, and you will make him loyal. It is not that we have so little time but that we lose so much. The life we receive is not short but we make it so. Consult your friend on all things, especially on those which respect yourself. His counsel may then be useful where your own self-love might impair your judgment. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place but to be a different person.